Hello. I was thinking about the upcoming Sugar Fest with Halloween and all the things. And, you know, there's definitely things in our life where we have expectations of what we're going to do. And I'm talking about like sugar cravings, and I'm talking about relapse. For me, Christmas is not necessarily like super triggering for me for alcohol. It's more around like the summer, being around a pool and being at my parents' house. That's more of a triggery type thing, but I know the holidays can be very triggering for people. And for me, it's the sugar situation. So I've since cut way back on sugar this past summer. And I know coming up, it's like you just need to have the right tools, and you need to have consistency in the things that you're doing to support yourself. So what happens when like you're just craving sugar all the time, and you're really, it's like really hard to manage because you're just like hungry. And as a former colon therapist, I can tell you there's some issues going on in your gut. Your body's not absorbing enough of its nutrients to feel satisfied. So the first thing I would be looking at is like, well, what the hell are you eating? And then how can we heal your gut lining and start to detox some of that sludge out? Because it's kind of like Finding Nemo, like the little clownfish lives inside the like sea anemone thing. The lining of your intestines has these little anemones, and they go like this, and they go, and they bring in your nutrients into your bloodstream for your body to use as fuel and energy and healing, all those things. But if you have like sludge and gook, then the little things aren't pulling and absorbing things. It's actually pulling the gunk into your blood, and then your blood attacks its own system, thinking that there's something you're allergic to. That's why people in their 30s and 40s all of a sudden are allergic to foods they've been eating their entire lives. It's because it's the leaky gut thing that's happening. They're absorbing the gunk, and it's causing a white cell situation instead of the nutrients you need. So I use doTERRA's collagen, and that is kind of like, like when you get a tire that has a hole in it, and then like the bike, and then you can squirt that blue gel in it, and then it seals the bike tire. So we want to like reseal your intestinal lining so that you're not absorbing crap with the in between the little cracks. And then we need to work on getting some things out. So, that's going to be like with lemon oil. You're going to put the drop of that in your water in the morning, just to kind of like gently degrease yourself to get the crap out, literally. And then I'm going to share my tools of how I'm keeping myself satiated, so that when I'm put in situations with a plate of treats that I know are not good for me, I'm making sure that after every meal, I have my shaker bottle, and I just put a scoop of doTERRA's. I have the chocolate and the vanilla of the protein. So I just put a scoop in cold water and I shake it up. You don't have to use, milk or oat milk or anything and add that sugar. It tastes good just like that. You could put ice, and I do that after meals. So it's kind of like my treat. I'm tricking myself a little bit there because it tastes good. And then that way I feel full and satiated. And you just do that before you're going to go to a holiday party. Like, make sure you've had enough protein that your body's not going to be craving it. The interesting part about getting enough protein, because those are amino acids, that's your body's building blocks, right? But there's 3 types of amino acids that your body needs to create healthy dopamine receptors. So, like that's what we're looking for, right? Is like the dopamine hit when we eat something that's like, some delicious treat. So you're satisfying your dopamine itch by getting enough protein and amino acids. So I think that's amazing. Something that I can't do right now because I'm breastfeeding is the MetaPower soft gels. This is the essential oil blend of peppermint and cinnamon and grapefruit and lemon. But it's like the perfect formula for suppressing appetite and sugar cravings. So if you take one in the morning, one at night, that really helps. The reason I can't take it is because I'm breastfeeding and there's a lot of peppermint in there, and that makes the milk supply go down. But this is very supportive, the MetaPower soft gels. And I would use the protein shakes and using the collagen. I really love doTERRA's Probiome Complex. We can't even call them probiotics anymore because that's just like such a small version of what it does. The science has caught up. So now there's a prebiotic fiber, and there's a postbiotic, and there's this other type of, I guess it's like not a bacteria, because all the different strands of the probiotics are in there, but there's this other thing called phages, and it's almost like a little, like the Matrix, you know, those spiders that like collect all the people batteries, if you're a sci-fi person like me. And it goes in there and it cleans that gunk that we were talking about that's on the anemones that your body needs to absorb nutrients. So let me show you, there's a 2-layered capsule. The first layer has those phages in it. See how it's like clear, and then it has another capsule in there. So the prebiotic fiber and the phages are in the first part of the capsule that opens, and then it cleans the intestines. And then the next phase is the probiotics and the postbiotics. That's, you know, gonna like create a healthy gut flora. So that's for healing the brain and gut axis. So we're supporting all the systems of our brain, and we're healing our gut, and we're making it so that we're actually getting the nutrients we need. So it's important that you know, like, these tools, like, are you keeping up with your health so that when you're put in a situation, you're not like, you know, thrown to the wolves. You know, you got to keep up with these things so that you don't feel like shit. So I just wanted to let you know that. And for people like me that are struggling with addiction going into the holiday season, you have to have the things that ground you so that you don't go in, you know, like defenseless. So for me, I'm not triggered by the holidays, but I am triggered by the pool and summer. And my parents have a back garage where all the alcohol was kept in this different fridge. So I just don't go back there, you know? So if a person's having a problem being around a lot of stuff, then you're going to have to make some decisions about, you know, like, am I only going because I don't want to feel like, you know, like my family is going to be upset that I didn't show up. Like, you're going to have to be honest with yourself and step back. Like, maybe I'm not going to stay as long. I'm going to show up for the dinner and I'm not going to stay for the evening portion. You know, like, start setting some boundaries for yourself, and doing these tools to keep yourself satiated. I also use breathing techniques with the oils. So for example, it's a grounding oil here. I have vetiver. Vetiver is very grounding. So I'm going to take a drop of that in my hands. It comes out kind of thick because it's a woody one. You rub your hands together, keep your feet flat on the ground. You can even, you know, do this in the bathroom. It's just knowing how, like, the process of, I can sit with my feelings. I'm not afraid of my feelings. This is going to pass. This will not be forever. That's the child voice in our head. You know, children never know when the pain is going to end. So that's part of the addiction thing, is they think that feeling's never going to go away. So now I'm going to breathe it in 4 drops, 4 breaths. I'll just do one so I'm not on the camera forever. And then I would put my hands on my heart and just reconnecting with my body. Asking my higher power to come and be with me. You can even do a hug. It's a nice rocking. It's just a way to, like, say, like, I am safe. I'm in my body. Everything in my body I'm in control of. I feel a lot more grounded doing that. I love vetiver. So I hope that supports you guys. I'm going to be posting a lot more tools as we're coming up. And this is all in my book if you're interested. And I have the gal, my virtual assistant, that's creating the sales page where you can buy the book. Otherwise, you can just contact me and I'm going to ship them as soon as they come to me. Maybe today. Well, you guys have a beautiful day and I'll see you next time.